Okay, so today we're going to work on surface area of rectangular prisms. The first word you're going to fill in is lateral, is the area of the surface of three-dimensional object which does not include the bases. So the lateral is just the sides. To find the lateral surface area of a prism, you can use the formula, which is, I wrote it down for you, S equals capital PH, which means the perimeter of the base times the height. The P stands for perimeter of the base, and the H stands for the height of the prism, okay? All these formulas you do not have to memorize. You can go to your formula sheet and look at those. So if you look at surface area of prisms, you have two, lateral and then total. Later on this week, we're going to work with cylinders, but right now we're working with prisms. Okay, so let's go back to our notes. And that's where I got that formula from. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to label the parts of a the rectangular prism. So this right here is going to be our base. And it has two bases. This is also your base. And just like the cylinder that we talked about last week, the line that connects it, that is called the height. So that is your H, the height of the prism. All right, and then what you see next to it is going to be the net. This is called the net. This right here is the lateral, just the inside, and then these are your bases. Okay, so again, this is my base, and then this is also my base. All right, so we're going to do the lateral surface area first, and then we're going to do total when we're done with that. So if you look at this part, to find the lateral surface area, we're going to start by using the formula that we just learned that we got from the formula sheet. So we're going to write down S for surface area, the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism. Now our base is going to be this one down here, which is the top and the bottom for this picture. And because it is a capital letter, I'm going to write down, I'm going to draw the rectangle around it. That way I know I'm going to have to do something extra. Okay, so then I'm going to use a highlighter, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight. This top part is my base, and this bottom part is my base. Okay, the next thing you need to identify is going to be the height. So remember the line that's connecting your two bases, that is called your height. So down here in my formula, I'm going to go ahead and write down S equals, I do not know the perimeter of the base yet, but I do know the height of the prism is 3. Okay, so this is where I got the height. So I'm going to go ahead and cross it off because I don't need that anymore. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to redraw your base, which is in the shape of a rectangle. It's this one down here, the top and the bottom. And if you see, this is a 7 by 8.5. So again, 7 from 8.5. So I'm going to go ahead and write down my dimensions. So I'll have 8.5 and then 7. I'm going to go ahead and label base. That way I know that I'm looking at just the base. At this point, I'm going to ignore the whole prism. And I need to find the perimeter of that rectangle. So I know that if this side is 7, this is also 7. If this is 8.5, this is also going to be 8.5. So to find the perimeter of the rectangle, I'm going to do 7 plus 8.5 plus 8.5. So all I'm doing is adding all the size of just the base. Okay, so I'm ignoring the whole other picture. So I'm ignoring this part. I only need the base. I'm getting the perimeter from just the base. Okay, so you're going to go to Desmos, and you are going to do your math there. So I'm going to do 7 plus 8.5 plus the 8.5. And I know I'm adding 4 numbers because I have 4 sides on the rectangle. So the perimeter of this rectangle is going to be 31. Okay, now that I have my perimeter, I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the formula. And then all I need to do is do 31 times 3. So again, you have your calculator. So go write down your 31 times 3, and that's going to be your lateral surface area. So I'm going to write 93. My units is going to be yards squared because I am talking about area. So the surface area of this prism, just your lateral, is going to be 93 yards squared. And if you want to, you can kind of break this apart because once you get to the base, you do not need to be looking at the picture. Okay, I am going to give you about 2 minutes for you to do example 2, and then go watch part 2 of this lesson in your Google form.